I'm telling you, this bird outside my house is possessed or something, man. It doesn't stop chirping.
Bro, stop making things up.
Yeah, De Leon, no one believes you.
Yo, speaking of birds, you know what I've been super into lately?
What?
This poem called The Raven, bro. It's actually kind of sick. Get this. It starts off with this guy who's kind of depressed, just reading books on a night during winter. Eventually, this bird, a raven, walks in, right? It starts talking to the speaker, saying nevermore over and over again.
Nah, man. It actually sounds pretty good. Who's it by again?
It was published in like 1845. Actually, January 29th, 1845, I think. A guy named Edgar Allan Poe wrote it.
Dang, someone's weirdly obsessed. You said the exact date and everything.
For real.
Guys, it's a really good poem, I promise.
Sorry, Alex, but no one cares.
Y'all, trust me, it's worth your time. Listen, I know you guys are taking dual literature this year, and y'all are gonna have to analyze poetry. Best way to learn is to practice, and the Raven is actually not that hard to analyze. Plus, it's really interesting.
Sure, man.
All right, listen, guys. Here's the basics. This poem, based on the time period and everything, it's part of a genre called Gothic fiction. Its meter is this thing called trochaic octameter with an A B C B B B rhyme scheme, which is basically how the poem flows and rhymes. And it has 18 six-line stanzas, and it has kind of a dark and melancholic tone.
Oh my god, I'm more against poetry now that you said that.
Nah, Alex, personally, I wouldn't take that.
Okay, maybe y'all will like this. So every piece of literature has a theme, right? It's like the main message.
Okay.
So Edgar Allan Poe, the poet that wrote the story, everyone important to him in his life died. His parents died when he was like super young, and the love of his life was super sick, and then eventually died too.
Oh my god, that sucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. He felt so much sadness after all these things that happened that the main theme of the poem is actually a person's inability to overcome grief.
Alex, didn't you say it was about a raven or something?
All right, bro. Like, listen, you're right. It's about the raven, but exactly at the same time, it's not at all about the raven. That's pretty much what symbolism is. So in the poem, the speaker hears all these noises, and then the raven appears at his door, right? So he starts talking to it, and then it starts replying nevermore over and over again. But really quickly, the speaker starts asking it all these depressing things. And the most important one is that he keeps asking it if he's ever going to be able to find refuge from the death of his wife, Lenore. Actually, by the way, Lenore has so much significance that in the ABCBBB rhyme scheme I mentioned, every B rhyme has the final sound of or, since his dead wife's name is Lenore, and even the rhyme scheme emphasizes his grief.
Guys, I don't know. This actually sounds kind of good.
It's not too bad, but I might need a little more convincing.
Yeah. Go on, Alex.
Yo, there's so much cool stuff. So at the end of the poem, the raven perches atop this statue, and the speaker basically states that it's still there atop the statue to this day, and that his grief will never leave the raven's shadow. Pretty much, the raven actually represents grief. And get this, the statue it's perched atop is the goddess of wisdom. So it pretty much represents that the speaker is so sad that his grief is overpowering his logical thought, and that to this day, he's still unable to get over the grief of his dead wife.
Dude, that's so deep, but so good.
Yeah, Alex, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
Guys, you see, literary analysis isn't so bad. You guys need to check out The Raven for yourselves. There's so much other hidden stuff, and the poem itself is so interesting to read as you go along. Y'all got to see for yourselves.
All right, guys. I guess we're all checking out The Raven now.